Na nyame adom yensaka honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa ewa homa so. Menim say no not since March no anniversary no when to me ankoko for dia wonya ska ntọ petrol. Said yo mintumi entre ya wo mo enante ye kwa work no omo na mu na bia wo mo exercise bia ya won tire mu. Honorable anapa ye ma wache efamra Onua 95.1 FM.
FM 95.1.
Yo, Nana Yaa Brefo so.
Honorable empom enro exercise na mo ye no by this time dey say we bubu o.
Oh, Nana Yaa, anya exercise oh, yeah, sika, katsiye, yeah, come without parliamentary approval illegally. Yeah, say sikano, many about share, baby sikano akwa kutu, David Ajain kwa onunkwa, $58.1 million na kanufuriata. Project omuka say omu use Ghana sika omu use taxes na a personal play to God into private donations, contributions from individuals. So na behind the scenes no taxes and omode project no. Anka taxes no. Minyana call contractor neho and I do call contractor for the core mandate of the project. And contractor no on abandoned site 2 years ago. Say Yentianeka enti enyadia obetumi ayejima enti rebade JV March 14th 2022 2 years ago and or abandoned site. Oshe nipana na omo receive sika not really for construction. Oshe they said David Ajay onunkwa or receive $19.6 million. Oshe breakdown na oye ni design really ya ka say on fa restaurant and ka design ne hono. Cause first design now no one fa restaurant and ka ho. And the restaurant just designing restaurant or charging $5.7 million. $5.7 million. Oshe another
maybe obi aye ko didi wo ho no. Restaurant ye ko sin 5.7 million.
Yes, design and kwao and yes construction just design. Say
ya dey ton krata so tere say na ese ko. Say na ese ba say 5.7 million.
$5.7 million.
Restaurant kwa.
Dollars. Yeah. And a second person, Carrie Summers. Onuna Meko America, Miko who says, Sena on your CEO of any Nehemiah group or Ton Coffee, or America, or in some ramshackle warehouse. Or also, or $6 million. Or they are called America, $6 million.
No, you may be the man or the $6 million.
Yes, or your consultant na obebuaya na or contact internationally into obe to me abuaya ama yanya fundraisers international. Now so up to now carry summons on far nipa baku kram by say this is obia obabe financing project now so what time $6 million at the call and Reverend Kusipwati in Kwabna Edigenfi on also 2.6 million Ghana cedis. Into Osha de na air Kosuna. There was no
suffer the no so near so on fanya day.
Or no so Osha Krata Yadiba Parliament no. Or much contractors mobilization 2.6 million. Okay. Now so Reverend Kusipwati not on your contractor. On the project, contractor no ye rebate JV. Ente it enona ema me ye jishemu me call discover yes sena the company no JNS Talent Center Limited or woho as director with a different name as Kwabna Edujemfi. It was easy to create the impression say enye Onua enye conflict of interest until say may unravel the na air coso say a Onua or a different identity for that name, different mother, different date of birth, different diplomatic passports and all of that. Obia enim the facts of the matter. Yeah, Odeme Court, the Human Rights Court has established investigation now. Accurate and no, and he has no claim in law, and his case was dismissed. Inti also 2.6 million Ghana cedis awon ho. Inti it was just a free for all. Intiana $58.1 million. Ubekaya Bishop Dakeward Mills all resigning.
Yes.
Ochro when the resignation letter said on TS here or no we see a sorry mega churches. Now on TS here say at the time are not all resigning. Now Onua spending according to the Cathedral Secretariat. Onua spending $30 million. Now so all he saw was a pit. Until I say it will not sit well in his conscience for him to continue to serve on the National Cathedral Board, seeing the level of dissipation, of diversions. Ana Ekoso. Obekaya Archbishop Duncan Williams and Reverend Yusuf Anaba.
Yes.
Almost resigning, almost resignation letter. Almost say, almost bisa for a long time, say, almost audit. Auditors, embe auditing. National Cathedral Secretariat, almost I refuse say, almost audit. No? And they were saying, say, look, their reputation, they be almost true. No? They are not going to sacrifice their hard-won reputation because of a project managers don't want to be accountable. Indiana Endra, OSHA 13 demands are making. The National Cathedral Board, Omo Kawosono, Omon Yen Dissolve Board, no. Cathedral Secretariat Nankasano, OSHA organogram, no. It's a very complex organogram. And every month, so far, OSHA records are or more receiving about 225 million Ghana cedis. Into that secretariat should be closed down. Shut it down. Secretariat is just a tax guzzler. We are just wasting money. After all, project BRN costs 2 years now. Contractors no need site. Into what is the point in keeping this very elaborate secretariat active? The other demand that you're making is a contract non-casano, as I say, you're terminated because it's a very bad contract. As we speak, every day Juma on that site. OSHA contract now, Ghana for your Tiasika, and I bet Tiasika, because Omu will be in the contract suspension time claim. What suspended contract?
No contractor, no. Where Jay Hokosi and Tiana can okono.
Exactly.
Bibi Womu, Wasadi Husika.
Exactly, Obeji Husika. Until 2 years now, a contractor no Jumano. Contractor no, he is not worried at all because contract now was signing no. Every day, Biano, we are incurring costs. And as I said, Yetiaka. I mean, what is this? What is this? And President, Wankasa, Unaoka chair, and your finance minister came to Parliament and repeated, project with mobile commission and draw 6 March 2024. Clearly, no, there are so many issues. This has been the most scandal-riddled project. One to me, what you do, you take remedial action. First of all, you come out to Ghanaians, show us some respect, apologize, more starting a year, more use it taxes, but it's clear, taxes now more use it. Apologize to the clergy, to everybody, and then you terminate the contract. We cut our losses. Then we see what we can save, what we can salvage. Now, so people have become so intransigent. The president will not listen. And we continue. Incur cost. At the end of the day, Sikai Betia, unim say, analysis when you know, $58.1 million tax withdrawal. No. And this, as you can know, is more than 740 million Ghana cedis. Unim say, we haven't factored in demolitions, and the compensation for the owners of those demolished properties. We haven't factored. That is a separate cost.
And no, 58. No, in fact, in questions now will be signed. Now you were asking how much we incurred.
Exactly, because because to me, a secure documents be on just one demolition. It cost us 500,000 cedis at the time for just one demolition. That is demolition, no. And we haven't come to the cost of replacing.
No, company band, no.
That was the Comsys IT firm from headquarters. Yeah, demolition, no. And Comsys IT firm, no. As I say, you compensate you more. After buying anya asasibi or laboni. Na yebetuaka, the taxpayer, ama omo. The other private company, Waterstone Realty Apartment Complex. Omo dear, baby are buying nyama omono. National security for 80 a dynamo into almost omo movie. Omo chase omo sa enye into omo court. Omo demanded compensation of about $6.5 million. It's Accra High Court. The case is there. They are demanding compensation. Yana yebetu the taxpayer. Yankai say Malian ambassador, nani residents so ewo ye demolish here. Malian ambassador the last time he shared on also say China. After na Ministry of Foreign Affairs catch and say Omanya Sasibi wo airport residential, but no China the full compensation.
So no so the baby or take crying.
Yeah, exactly. And now name the cost of land as a war airport residential and yet you have to factor that also in. Scholarship secretariat so I demolish it hasn't been replaced. Osha passport head office and no Chebiana Yesi Fufro at the cost of 10 million. You need to also factor that in. Then judges bungalows. Judges now na omoti hono. Omonyana ya pame omo say they should leave that enclave. Omo hotel bills where they went to put up. And a dime for we have to calculate all of that. Then to Judicial Training Institute. Yankai said there was a very important edifice there, the Judicial Training Institute. And also demolish here. Then bungalows for Shraj, Osha Shraj for deputy commissioners. Omo bungalows for all of those bungalows demolished. Into Osha the level of distraction and the cost of replacing all of this. Meaning, I'm sure that this $450 million project,
yes.
by the time you be replacing all of these buildings at your compensation, now one show you need through $1 billion, and I mean that is 1/3 of what we are begging the IMF for. We are called IMF for $3 billion, and we are spending virtually $1 billion on this project. And you ask yourself, say, as the respected statesman, Mr. Kwame Pieni, asked recently, Ghana for do ben or Makase Omuni Asoriko. And as Christians, they don't have a place of worship.
But that's not the reason, the only reason for the cathedral. They stated, say, a better tourist attraction. I'm on Crofofia, my hold on Sunday, Israel, Cobon Pioneer D. You better get film.
And no, I have in Parliament. My question, the rationale, the reasoning, because many about Argentina, a Christian will abandon Israel. There's a reason why Christians go to Israel and now why Muslims go to Mecca. There is a certain linkage with the religion. Jesus Christ, that's where he walked. That's where he grew up in that enclave. Bethlehem, Jerusalem, there were Wailing Wall, and there were all kinds of, Christian, historic, significant structures. Jesus Christ, Wambefa Accra, Wamba Ghana. I am sure, sir, if we put even 5% of that money and renovate our forts and castles because of the history, the authentic history, the linkage, the significance of Usher slavery, colonialism, we will get more returns. Yabenya more tourist returns. And I say, if we take any of the African traditional religions, they say Konfuanochi mo, ana oko Volta region, Nogoko ho, na say yakoye even a tourist facility there. A more authentic, I know a unique to Africa. A Crawford Beba, or free Israel, or free Mecca, or Beba Abehu. What is unique to Africa? Tourists don't just go to a place called Mwati say, there was a stone taken from Israel, a stone. Because of that, they will come as tourists. Even the conceptualization, flawed. Very, very flawed. Say, suddenly, because Omwati said there is a cathedral in Accra, it is linked to Jesus Christ, and they are going to be attending. And really, Usha, a more unique, authentic tourist sites and how they have been run down. Usha, even some of our places, a place like Kakum.
Yeah.
I mean, Fiema Monkey Sanctuary, all those places. Yet develop a hot, and we would need very little, a very minuscule percentage compared to Sikabuma, this cathedral in the name of tourism. Honestly, I don't think we have our priorities right, and I don't think or more conceptualize this year of return. The number of people who come to and when they come, where do they go to? Cape Coast, Mina. They want to go and see the castles, go and see the forts, and they are not coming here year of return because Omwati said recently, one of the board members, said, young consider project as a possibility of Jesus Christ invading Earth and coming to stay in a manger. I mean, all of this conceptualization, and yet even biblical, Jesus Christ will not be born again. Reverend Joyce, I video
okay.
Not a call viral. Jesus or Betina Accra in the manger. The whole Jesus story in the manger is to show how modest Jesus Christ is, how he was very humble, down to earth. Now, $450 million manger here. Why would Jesus associate with such a
honorable? Is it about the money?
Project?
Is it about the money? And I say, no crab, President Henry, and I say cathedral na bufusi yesi because we are Benin. Our cathedral, Republic of Benin, or Messibi, Tanzania, will be Usha, Libya, will be Egypt, our cathedral, Madagascar, Africa, the end make you, or Musu will be a man for a cocorisha, Dianti, cathedral, no, and then this year, a wound here. Anansi kai dear rem ananu credia president and the entry and no bufu.
Many about a yanina and more. Eddie Kine, be project, Nasa Ube Yuzi Ghana for Sika, Emra, Ewo, as I say, Udiso. As I said, Ghana for Yana, Yebe free SHS, it was announced about Parliament. Yanina discuss it, approve it, and Sika required, the financial requirement, it was stated specifically. And to share the budget, the flagship projects, figure no share appropriation bill, parliamentarians approve it transparently. Now you approve it. That's how national projects are done. Share your constitution. Nobody can take public funds without the approval of parliament. Unconstitutional. And number one, that is the concern. Number two,
no, yep, maybe, Mamma one who answer. Yabum Rano sono, they say, ye ban a day, and no, yet to me, at you be a home, yet to me, you'll be caught to home.
Oh, yes, certainly. Unfortunately, no, Ababa, yes, sir, about Ghana, you don't expect the Attorney General to prosecute his own colleagues. It's happened only a few times. Ubekaya under President Kufuor Malamisa and under President Mahama. Abuga Pele Mo.
Yes.
Just a few times. In China, we all agreed, say, let's have an independent office of special prosecutor who can prosecute even current ministers. But the experiment, we are still looking at it. The jury is out there. But you can be rest assured, sir, the next NDC government, all of these people who have caused financial loss to the state, they will have questions to answer in the courts. There will be there will be clear prosecution. And not there. There would not be a we all know them. Omo na omo retrieve sikano furiata as the leader in the whole gang. All up to Onua, they came for this public office at the Cathedral Secretariat and supervised the diversion of these funds. On them say project we know mature 2022 4th July mature right to information request to the PPA. Ebisa almost say omunim project bibiana. Did they approve as the law requires? Omo responded. It was very easy for them. The next day, na 5th July, and Omo replied that the big project with National Cathedral, there was no procurement approval. And the Menko Cathedral Secretariat, Omo dear, Omo nim, Omo Chief Executive Officer Frank Mante, and no sign here. And no kind of procurement laws are. There are consequences for breaching the law. How can you embark on such a major project, over $450 million project, without procurement approval? And to usher the breaches, constitutional breaches, the legal breaches, a door to year. The second reason we are so outraged about this project is the lack of sincerity. Omusha Asofo Akukudam, President Akufo-Addo Kachira Omuse, project where no they won't use taxes into Ubekaya, TF4 to me Google cry. You see Archbishop Duncan Williams saying that Ghana fwe fire and come with taxes so into more criticizing project. We have been assured by the president and his ministers that we are not going to touch taxes, private donations. Unim said James Kwabena Bonfe or call Supreme Court saying said this project will open the floodgate. Yanshe Muslim me for Becca said almost here national mosque. Traditionalists Becca said they also want a national shrine. Into Yanshe na we don't open the floodgate. Attorney General, the response at the Supreme Court was that James Kwabena Bonfe, Dudona friend of Kabila, he is out of order. He is totally wrong. Now project we know it will not involve taxes. Because of that response from the Attorney General, the Supreme Court dismissed the case. Only to discover months later, Mr. T intercepted documents. The clergy have been lied to, the eminent jurists, the judges of our country have been lied to, and the people too have been lied to. And the lack of honesty, the lack of truth, sincerity in this project, and also Kahon. And then number 3, the prioritization. Are we sure, sir, mind where you're a woman? Say, let's see, if in top 100 priorities, the facilities that we lack as a country, we don't even have a state-of-the-art modern children's hospital. OSHA, the fact that a lot of equipment in our hospitals are not functioning. People are dying. Are you really sure? OSHA, the unemployment rate, which is at an all-time high, 14.7%. Are you sure, sir, God is pleased? God is really pleased, sir. We are going to spend these quantums of money, over $450 million. And if you add compensation for demolition and all of that, a bit drew $1 billion. Are we sure, sir, God will be pleased that we are doing this? And will he not be, happier if we were investing in creating jobs for the people and constructing hospitals, improving the welfare of the people? Many about these are the reasons, and are the massive diversions that are possible. Sikano Krano and COP project Nemo.
Quick 2 questions. Back on the question, I will be saying about Sraj. Omu ya January. Now more here quite say Shishemu no by this time the Aba. What dear today I say dear Nekoso.
My lawyers actually a follow-up request then because it's been more than a year. January 16, 2023, and my petition Shraj. Omoye once those who stand accused Almost file a preliminary objection. Reverend Kusibuati and Kwabena Dujenfi, Finance Minister, National Cathedral Board, and the Secretariat. Omunyana file some initial objection, preliminary objection, seeking to restrain Shraj. But Omuluzi, Shraj rule said they have the mandate, the capacity constitutionally to look into this matter. And after that, that took about, I think, 4 months to 5 months. After that, we were not hearing anything, and I for an update. And in our demand yesterday, we have called on Shraj, sir, on more expedited action, because more than a year, I checked, about a year now and 2 months, and at least they should let, this is a public interest case. Ghana for Dudwana follow keenly. They want to know what is going on, what the outcome of investigations are. Because even Ubekaya, some of the criticism against my work is, on-court state institutions, on-court court, and all of that. And I always remind them, say, just a minko. I have petitions there, I have cases there, but sometimes a response rate, it's the results tend to be slow. And I am hoping, say, Shraj for Omombeya in terms, it's been more than a year. At least Omomba Bontin Omombaye update how far they have reached in their investigations. Now who say the case is alive and they are making progress. That will be very, very helpful.
Dano Yetie Tourism Minister, Ejapamesa, he spoke about this cathedral senka Ebeman Kwana Ebetimi Atanetia Nanka Watwasho. Meaning what you think about that comment he passed?
Honestly, I was very, very disappointed in that statement. Very, very disappointed. Because our parliament, I had a discussion with him on this matter. And when he was preparing for the vetting, gave him some of the facts and all of that. And I recall that even in that meeting, he was of the view that, about tourism, a lot of tourists will come. And I told him that I totally disagree. You think that Christian tourists will leave Israel and come here because you took some tiny stone from Israel and come here? Omoba Africa, there are more authentic African tourist interests that they will pursue. And the accountability issues, I told him, sir, it is rather better for you to call for all the files, ask for investigation. You can even set up a ministerial inquiry at your level. They said, and the Ejira disturbances, it was a ministerial committee. So you have to look into this. And yes, sir, we will be pouring money in a leaking basket. Into first things first. Where has the money gone to? Where is the audit? National Cathedral Secretariat, 24th January 2023, more than a year ago, and now more issue press statements or more inviting auditors from Deloitte to look into their books. Up to now, more than a year, they haven't told us. And we know that it is because of lack of audit. And Archbishop Duncan Williams and Reverend Sud Anna Bomu resigning. I am shocked, sir, after all these discussions and after all the facts, what is playing out. The minister thinks that he should just be allowed to resume work. Now, resumption, where is he even going to get the money from? Because the last time Omo attempted to get parliamentary approval for some 80 million to continue this project.
Yes.
Then, both sides of the house, they can say, National Cathedral project way there. In some no doors. We haven't seen the auditor's report. We don't know where so far $58.1 million, which was withdrawn illegally. We don't know what it has been used for. And I get the impression, sir, he just because President Akufo-Addo Aka said project where the priority of priorities. Since he is the appointing authority, he just wants to please him. But I think he could have been more skillful about it. I really doubt, deep down his heart, he thinks that this is a project that should be continued. All of these controversies.
The chat in the next NDC government, as you said, say you will look into it. Now you bet you be a gumno. in the next NDC government, I don't know whether it's going to be 2025 or later on. What do you think should be done at the moment? Yeah, abandoned project, as a country. And I say, I mean, what do you think should be done to this cathedral project, which is a promise of my penny share Nyankopono or this year?
Interna, Osha, the last point in our 13-point demands, we are calling for a national debate on the way forward because Amonano dear, Yatu area, and we now have the world's most expensive pit. It's in the middle of Accra. Prime location, or called conference center, or called parliament, or called state house. You can't miss it. It's there, right in the center. Something has to be done about that pit. And we are calling for a national debate. Discuss. Let's come up with ideas. The last time TUC4, Dr. Yaa, he came up with a very interesting idea. To me, modern hospital Abebua. So we are asking for all of these nationalities, you in the media, Mumbisa Ghana for, and I think that is what will inform the NDC manifesto. That is about the project itself, the pit. But then we must also look at the accountability issues. And Nona, I want to see a commission of inquiry. Let it be live, Ghana for so that nobody will say that there's any secrecy and witch hunting and all of that. And let's delve into the matters. And then all those who will be indicted, let the law take its course. Let those who must suffer for causing financial loss to the state. And then the retrievals, most importantly, because I believe in retrievals, not just sanctioning people, but making sure, Yasikana Akwako Diomohono, Yabe retrieving na Yadia. Bibi Papa, there's so many problems we have in this country. We call Confanochis is here. They have only 1.5 dialysis machine. Oko 37, Rich Hospital, Kolebu, Imaging machine, MRI machines, and all of that. We need major re-equipping. Many hospitals without incubators. We have issues. La General Hospital when their hospital was demolished. How many years now? Waiting for a new hospital. It's not like we have money to waste as a country. And retrievals, ebebua. And to me, this should be the roadmap moving forward.
Now I say on a person when you're bread, na watch it and send me. May just show say cathedral and some them quite brepem. Your best answer I said in common here to us so. That's a pan of pay.
Yo, Mr. Midas.
Onua 95.1 FM. 95.1 FM.